didn't even give me the question mark that it fucking...
Job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you said it, that touchdown, Topper! First points of the day are on the board. And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take it.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
The coaches talked about gotta get to the quarterback, gotta ruffle his feathers a little bit. How about this first drive, man? They've already sacked him twice. This will pay dividends throughout a football game.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Hilltoppers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. First and goal for the offense.
just a big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Flips it out on the screen. Bulldozes his way through. Stopped him at the 41.
I saw the screen.
Pick up a 15. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle.
Looking for the road. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Now improvising.
I'm trying to throw it.
They get him at the 32. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Fights it out of the air. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw for it. Gets open down the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. On a little time, lets it go. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, WKU. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best.
Gets into the open. And now it's spotted at the 38, and that will be plenty for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
This time it's complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Must swing ahead on third and short. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time. They were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not
What the?
open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
He dropped it.
From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is 3rd down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the...
Pulls it in the first down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down.
Didn't even know he got
pass.
hung
Never
up.
had a chance.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long.
This route may
So
have
many
to be out.
touchdowns. Looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some grades on this guy.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Nah, you.
Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Makes the catch. At the 35, he's got room. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense.
That's a line over the fucking pass.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I don't care what the score
Wide
goes to.
receiver.
Motherfucker's composure should be
Wants
perfect.
to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the route. The defense wouldn't let him use there. It was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Complete to the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Looking to get it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd and goal coming up. Back to pass.
Middle.
Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Quickly complete.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Pulls it in on the right. Just gashing.
Dude, don't even throw your hands up, motherfucker, because you should have made a play on me.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown.
Hey, dude, you're telling me you couldn't go make a play?
The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. Defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
He'll bring it out. It's Everett. Not a lot of space.
That's cool, number 3. There won't nobody back up.
Coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. Like, you can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down, but they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Here we go. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin.
That's all I
Connors
really
and our
want to do is
halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you?
And the Hilltoppers will move away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given
Oh
up
my
much.
God, I was in the
No
position.
shame is going away in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
That's caught. It's Dykes. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down.
We've
They
got
gotta
to
keep
make
that
him
up
drop
here in the
fucking
second half.
passes.
The Buckeyes
Make
are
a
on the
fucking
move.
play.
Gives it on the option. Shakes off the defender.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. first down.
That pass was a fucking yard behind
Able to
him.
make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his big tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Wants to throw on third down. He wants it all. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Diggy diggy.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
He'll bring it out. It's Everett. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. The give on the inside. Able to pick up a couple.
I hate the
before
fact
he's
that
dragged
I'm
down to
changing the
19.
fucking play.
And what's the closest guy to the football? It's those
And it's
defensive
not
tackles,
giving me
those
the
questions and centers.
Oh, we don't
together.
understand.
They just got to get those guys and get some movement. They know on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The horseshoe is rocking, going to help their defense on third down. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle.
He's got it, first down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. That took nerves of steel to convert that fourth down on the roll.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity.
Turning it on. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hilltoppers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Oh, it's a reverse. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And RD, I love creative offensive coordinators. They don't just split a guy out wide that has game-breaking speed nowadays. Now they shift him, they motion, they put him all over the place. They put him in motion and give him the football. Just find ways to get your playmakers the football and get the football to him in space where he can do damage like he did on this play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hilltoppers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Going to work on second down. The red zone is still some ground to cover and pick up that first down. Looking to fire. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Topper. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the tailback. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it.
You're going to get me for
Gonna
defensive
let it
holding.
fly, and the pass is incomplete.
They're going
on
to get me
fourth
for
down,
defensive
but hold
holding,
on just a
motherfucker.
second. We've got to see what the flag
Because I
is.
tried breaking off of him.
Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that.
It definitely wasn't
Man, oh
grabbing
man,
and tugging,
those
but
types of
whatever.
Penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. If you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbound.
There we go. That's a good play that can really get you
Staying out
going.
there.
They have a first down at the
Looking over
83.
the guy.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's going to fire deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to go with that trip to the house.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such
twice
great
on the
things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, probably looks like a back of receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
He gets a block. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. They'll give it to the back. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. First and 10 coming up. He'll keep it himself.
That motherfucker came in so slow.
3 yards on the play. The Hilltoppers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a play.
The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Here's the handoff. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A first down run in the red zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And off from the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The junior making a clutch
I have no idea what the fuck happened right there.
They'll line up right at the 48.
He's in position to make a play. He's just out of position. Important.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end.
Where is my other fucking linebacker?
Took the first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking for space. That's Howell. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard
They're to
line.
make
Pick up
a
a
fucking
10 on
play.
the
Why are
and
we
his offense is
staying
threatening with
a
a
foot
first down.
behind him on curl route?
Looking to
in
throw
the
on
chest.
first down. Catch in the middle. It's nice. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Trying to pull his way in. And the best power on the land. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
One thing you don't do is run the fucking mess route, so the fucking somehow somebody fucking
Right now,
corner
but
to
they're
get off
trying
of it.
everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the... Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. This time they stop him behind the line of